Episode 16. No Mere Reflection. Volentia towered over the party. The demon's stomach was open and her guts spilled onto the floor. Guinevere may not have recognized the Northmen in the first room, but Volentia was unforgettable. The demon smiled, her eyes scanning Guinevere thoroughly.
"You are familiar, little sister. Northern blood is in your veins. Have we met?"
"Hello, I am Fenrir," said Fenrir.
"What's your name, child?"
the demon said, a hand caressing Guinevere's cheek.
"Guinevere,"
said Guinevere excitedly.
"do you remember me? I wish I did. So much of my memory is in a haze."
"Why do you speak with a Tandem accent?" Fenrir asked.
"You're awfully old for your true birth. What happened to my dear little sister?"
The demon ignored the chirping ant.
"A watchman slew she who was to birth me. Now I hunt him, though my 3 companions have made arrangements with him."
"Don't tell it I'm here," Elias hissed from behind a coffin. "Just because I say I help him doesn't mean I will," Fenrir said.
"You have my sympathy."
The creature sounded legitimately sympathetic.
"Your companions? Ah, you speak of the ants. Shall we use these treacherous little things for your true birth?"
"That doesn't sound good. That sounds like murder. Is that murder?" Fenrir asked, and was ignored again.
"No, it pains me to say it, but I require their assistance for my plans." Then bring me 2 or 4 little things, living preferably, and you shall be birthed in truth. Can you help me in that task?"
The demon shook its head.
"Alas, I am trapped here by my injury. My tomb contains all I need to continue. To stray too far will mean certain destruction. Now you must be off, little sister. You have much to do, and soon."
The demon waved her hand, gesturing for Guinevere to leave.
"I shall visit soon,"
Guinevere promised. That night they returned to the Fox. A man awaited them there. His hair was graying, and every feature he had was sharp. "Hello, I am Raphael, an acquaintance of Lord Jonathan. I will be taking his place at the dinner you are all invited to. Lord Jonathan wishes you to know that you are all free to bring any additional guest of your choice." The Thulazu merchants brought their gifts forth: an armored glove for Fenrir, a new atlatl for Elias. Malara's gift was delayed through indecision, and Katarina's was given long before. Fenrir invited Medea to the dinner. The next day, Guinevere and Medea bought new dresses more suitable for a dinner with nobility. Malara wore her raggedy traveling clothes. That afternoon, a bit before the planned time of arrival, they walked into the courtyard of the great black castle pent. As they came through the main doors into the entry hall, Fenrir was ushered aside by one of the guards. The rest were introduced to a tall man with a perpetual scowl. "I am Octavius, head groundskeeper and head of staff. It is my pleasure to make our most honored guests feel at home." He did not sound pleased. "The lady has insisted on meeting with you personally, before any tour. Please make yourselves comfortable as you wait." Malara, bored, tilted all the paintings in the hall, only for a maid to follow just behind her, tilting them back. Visenia swept into view from the balconies above, her thick, elaborate skirts swirled as she glided down the stairs. Her wide, mischievous grin quickly soured as Octavius informed her of Fenrir's summons to her lord father. But she brightened again when she saw Guinevere and Medea.
My darling little sisters. I mean guests. Please excuse my poor habit. We welcome you for your valor and sacrifice during the Gravedigger raid 3 morns ago.
She swung into a graceful yet shallow curtsy. The Senia pulled them from room to room, dragging them around the great castle. Paintings, statues, steel armor, blade, spear, and lance, shields, banners, and tapestries, black halls, arched ceilings, and crimson carpets, all were found within the walls of the keep. Octavius followed close behind them, staring death into the back of Elidas's head. The bigger man shivered.
I brought the Kraken men, my lord,
said the guard. The wooden door slowly creaked open, and candlelight flooded out of the windowless study. Paint in reds, greens, and golds covered the floor. Dozens of paintings lined the walls and sat in stacks on the floor, tables, and desks. Each depicted a woman with long raven black hair in a long blood-red dress. The skies were blue or pink and even gold, the grass vibrant green and full of stones, or cut by a river. In some, the fields and hills were dominated by one tree, others a forest. No matter the environment, the woman remained, always in red, always without a face. A shorter man sat slumped on a stool before another painting, his hands covered to the elbow with paint. His brush caressed the woman's face, a sweet, sad smile on her lips. A sharp, imperious nose. In her eyes, a burning splat. The brush slathered paint over her face, and the man muttered, It's not right. It's never right."
"Hello, I am Fenrir," said Fenrir. "You summoned me, my lord?"
"Ah, yes, Fenrir." The man straightened and washed his hands on a cloth. "On behalf of my city, I must thank you for your bravery 3 days ago."
"You cannot have called me to speak with you of this alone."
"No." Matthias looked Fenrir up and down, like a slab of meat from a distasteful animal. "You have trespassed into my family's tomb," Matthias accused. Fenrir tensed. Matthias had thrown steel rods across the city in a windy snowstorm.
"Was a bit full of, how you people put it, heathens and abominations. Did you favor and cleared most out?"
Matthias's face darkened and his eyes boiled.
"I haven't had you lot killed, only because I have confirmed that you took nothing and damaged nothing of import from the tomb. But you must know that you and your companions are to stay quiet of this venture."
Fenrir was silent for a moment. Then he said,
"I keep mouth shut, my lord, but need something in return. You see, far in winds and snow. You know where my sister is?"
Matthias grimaced. "I have information on this matter, though it is hard for me to give it, and harder for me to act on it."
"You have Vada, no? He seems like man of action."
"Things are not so simple. I have a deal for you. Meet me again after dinner, in the church within the castle walls. Yes, my lord. Fenrir rejoined the others long before the Highlord. Seeing an opportunity, Visenya whispered,
I wish to visit my mother's tomb. Father has forbidden it, especially since the monsters roam that part of the city. But with your group's aid, my safety, the safety of the people, and the safety of the city won't be compromised. Will you help me? We won't be going too soon. 1 or 2 days, I would think. Your mother's name, milady?
asked Guinevere.
Volentia.